My name is Colin Brooks. I am Carson's older brother, and my family and I wanted to thank everybody for coming tonight. And I was tasked with the awesome privilege to open up this time of worship, and that's exactly what we want everyone to experience tonight. Is this huge time of worship for Carson and who he was. As I look back over this past week, it's been such a blur. I've learned quite a bit, and I wanted to share a couple of things that I've learned in specific, to be a little bit more specific, so that you guys can gain from the experiences that we've had as well this week. The first thing that I think my family and I have just really been able to focus on and experience is the speed and magnitude that love is shown here at Fellowship. I've worked at Fellowship for 8 years, and it is such an honor to be a part of such a wonderful body of Christ, and we wanted to thank everybody for being here and for the support that you showed us. The second thing that I learned this week, and this is really important, I think, for everybody to grasp, is that you don't know how much I appreciate you until I tell you. So I want you to know that we appreciate you, we love you, and we thank you. And we want to encourage you to do the same to everyone that you know, because there's no time like the present to tell everyone how much you love them and what they mean to you. And then the last thing that I wanted to communicate to everybody was that I remember Carson as a planter, not in the sense as a gardening. I don't think his skinny jeans would work in that arena. But as a planter for Christ. Ecclesiastes 3:1-8 says, "For everything there is a season, a time for every activity under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to harvest." And that really, to me, screams Carson, because regardless of how he was feeling, regardless of what he was going through, he was planting seeds like crazy. And I don't know if he necessarily knew the impact that he had, but we are so thankful that you guys are here to show us that and to share your stories with us, especially on the Facebook page. So, but anyway, just wanted to remind you that this is a time of celebration, and we want it to be as such. So continue to worship with us.
Sorry, I'm shorter than he is. Okay, my name's Channing. I am one of his oldest sisters. Probably doesn't look like that, but yeah, I am. And as I apologize if I read, because I don't want to miss anything that I wrote down. But as I sat down to write the speech today, or a couple days ago, all these memories of Carson came to me. As a child, Carson had imaginary friends. They were named Taco Bell and KFC. We built blanket and paperclip forts together. He had many preaching sessions where he set the whole family down, and he just preached to us. And we fought often. We fought constantly, and were sent to the bathroom until we apologized to each other and hugged it and meant it. As we got older, we began to become very close, and he not only was my brother, but he was my best friend. We shared many late-night talks, late-night visits to Walmart, tons of laughter. I plucked his eyebrows, accidentally took off his side mirror on his car, watched 5 seasons of One Tree Hill in a month with him, and my mom's probably not going to be proud of me for this, but we competed to see who could have the bigger pimple. And, sorry, just wanted to share. He had his own way of doing a lot of things. He used to hide my last puzzle piece, because I loved puzzles, so he could officially finish it for me. He always pretended like he was going to beat me up, and he was just so tough. And he ate all my ice cream, which, if you know me, I'm a big ice cream fanatic. He approved of my boyfriend, Jack, because Jack allowed him to eat croutons off of his Caesar salad at dinner. He had the craziest hair, ate about a pound of peanut butter on his sandwiches. And he loved Taco Bell, the color black. Enjoyed working on his car and playing his guitar. He loved to weld and make people smile. There's so many memories that I have of Carson. One of my favorite memories is a letter that he wrote, to my boyfriend Jack. He wrote, "Thank you for being the man my sister deserves and treating her the way you do." I apologize. "I would give anything for her to have that." And he said, "I love you, man. I will always treasure all of the memories I shared with Carson. And I can't wait to see him again in heaven as my family and I begin to take this journey. I know we will have ups and downs. We'll have good days and bad days. But I also know that we serve a God that is so much bigger than death. And he provides us with a peace that only he can and a strength that only he can give. It brings me joy to know that Carson is no longer in pain and no longer suffering from being bipolar. I love my little brother, and I just want to thank y'all for being here. It means a lot to us. He was my best friend, and we know that all of y'all love him, and we just thank you so much for being here. You got it? You got it?
Okay.
Got it?
Well, thank you another time for being here. And to me, what does love really mean? You know? Does it mean how you feel around family members? Does it mean how you feel around friends and family members when they're all close? That's how I felt about Carson. There's so many memories I had with him. Like how he used to take me places. His graduation, fishing with him on the last week I saw him. And him helping me. But the best memory I probably have with him would be his personality. You couldn't ask for anybody better. He knew we needed to be different because God was. And if you're different, if people call you weird, God loves that because he loves people that are different. And I miss him very, very much. Thank you.